nuke, for example.
We should do this CT setup.
I like it.
Stacking the B-bomb site.
Well, the swing is here from Virtus.Pro. No warning. We've got the counter flashes from Heaven, and fnatic will start to peek. miHyu and Snacks remain. There's a 1 versus 1, but not going the way of Virtus.Pro.
There is a consensus, an expert consensus. And in the casual Counter-Strike, people aren't really using it very much, but we'll come back to that in a moment. We'll see the setup here, ready. Pull the trigger on the defense here, fnatic. Looking okay, it's not the best, but and Crims is in the position to turn it all around. Is waiting as well for Crims to make contacts. A little more damage on PHR. Nicely done by Crims. Did he run out of bullets? I guess he did, but the HP is very low. Oh, this is so awkward. Oh, you almost saw him doing it.
G damage fall off versus rifle. Stop calling for an MP9 nerf, leave it alone, Dan.
Dude, there's no other SMG at that point. It's good.
And that's okay. That doesn't need to be.
Battle for Connect will be lost by fnatic. They're in a nasty spot, and this may encourage them to get the AWP out on that next buy, really prioritize it, which means that they, on their half buy in the following round, should they lose this one, which looks like they will, they'll need to make sure that they have enough money in the pool for that. They are just getting slaughtered on the A side, so that's going to help a little bit.
Beautiful. Nice hold from Brolan, gets a second kill as well, and that's a shutdown. Everything is turned off, essentially. Flusher waiting for a creep through the smoke. Molotov is timed very well. He isolates the 2 Ts. Snatchy has no help from miHyu, falling back, and this has been dismantled.
Yeah,
the Ts had some flashes. They had a Molotov in to isolate the sniper from the rifler.
In terms of you build maps, you can make things better than CTs. And Brolan will make things a lot better for fnatic at the beginning of this round with a quick pick off the Krieg, and he falls all the way back. That's actually pretty awesome because the T's smoke the molly because they want to get through quickly. You're kind of have that cover to get that initial first frag, but
quite some airtime from fnatic. That advantage works out for PHR on this occasion. Molly into the bank, trying to take as deep map control as he can. Nice, avoiding the stairs as you can see. And he makes his way into the bank stairs. Crims has a focus, but PHR has done the job. With some assistance from his teammates. His positioning as he went towards the APC there was pretty good.
Because otherwise, fnatic gets too much map control.
Yeah.
Saw a quote from Dupree on HLTV saying he thinks it's the most overpowered professional Counter-Strike. Yes. I think on paper the revolver was literally a broken weapon, especially because they've nerfed all the other pistols as well. But anyway, Virtus.Pro are charging into the B bomb site. You can see the CTs defend behind the water. They've got the counter smokes up, but Veggie made his way through. He has the information now as to where Flusher is. Snacks almost getting caught with his gun, with his grenade in his hand, sorry. He'll get caught anyway, and the tracers will be punished. To tunnel as well. Again, the shadow advantage, they walk in. Brolan could have got 2, and the CTs can't tell. They can jump peek on dice and not see anything. You can see the creep there. See what JW is forced to do just to hold down the position.
Well, it's looking pretty good for fnatic in terms of timing. BP forced to make a move towards B. They've been spotted. Crims will try to buy as much time as he can. He makes the right peek towards the left, and he has absolutely nailed it.
Now, as they start to creep, there's only one flashbang. Can they afford to really put it in this position rather than use it elsewhere? Perhaps not, but look what it's cost them. JW not expecting so many players. He's playing based off the dev cam and what was seen. Oh, the smoke's gone too far. I think he was trying to bounce it off the side of the doorway. So he has been lost. And actually looking for the AWP. There it is. Old friend, the AWP. Snatchy is leveled up now. 3 versus 3 with a minute on the clock. Rather than trying to hold the A site, Flusher will push long instead. I'm a fan of this play. PHR will be swinging. There's a pre-fire from Flusher. His sound is on point.
one of the smartest people in all of Counter-Strike, and proving to you exactly why. His read of the situation is fantastic. There's a lot of stuff that Flushed that we can go over in a moment. Sachi here looking to try to hold this down. The stick is coming. Sachi, though, he's got to take down the diffuser, but he can't make it in time. 9-6 at the end of the first half. fnatic looking rock solid as soon as they stabilized.
Snatchy's going to run out of bullets soon, and just as he starts to get low, he is double peaked at the very least. I don't have the numbers in front of me right now, but
Minimal?
it makes it less accurate. Why do it to yourself?
Because it sounds good. And it's all about feeling. Most part of the game, Veggie hasn't got enough strength to hold down the bomb side by himself. Flusher comes through. And that is amazing for fnatic. Talking about emotions.
He's got no silencer on. You've asked me for a deagle, I'll say no. Well, Brolan is looking to peek. He's got some sound cues. He knows where the peeking is coming from. That was his chance. It's gone. But the swing from Snatchy, maybe those are some of the wild plays we were talking about. He knows there's a creek there, but he swings on it. And they've lost a bomb site. These are the problems that we sometimes see for Virtus.Pro. And now fnatic have position on the bomb site. 3 rifles rather than 1. Brolan will trade eventually. Keep the numbers reasonable. He will be heard by Snacks, who's creeping. Last 2 plays for the Swedes. Both have Kevlar. But Snacks has more information than Brolan does, and that's going to be a problem. Now, where is JW? Stuck in a long position. There's no kit for these Virtus.Pro players.
How?
Oh my days. Starting to creep up now. Does he believe that it's not going to be diffused? PHR swinging. We've got the 360s happening from Snacks.
Where's the kits?
Wow. Which is fine, but it has its drawbacks. Some of those players have extremely high peaks and skill. And Crimson's going to take down Snatchy here. Looking for information. Also, fnatic, they've been doing a lot of damage reliably every round, no matter what they have. It's a war of attrition, and eventually, Virtus.Pro, they need to start winning. They need to clean rounds.
Yeah. Again, if you're spraying and you're close to a smoke, you're not very far away from your traces. So it's a lot easier for the person who's further away from the smoke to spray you down. So that is really something to consider when you're making plays like that. Virtus.Pro would like to know your location.
Look at this flank from Snacks with the MP9. You're going to see how good the MP9 is now, James. He's going to kill everyone with this gun.
I'd be surprised if he got 2 kills. There you go.
Well, Roland with the heads up 1v1 will win it. Snacks has the information though, but they don't have position in time to retake the bomb site. Virtus.Pro and fnatic are going to be pretty stable in these positions. JW with a nice little angle above the smoke, above the bomb. And there it is. Eventually, you know, slowly but surely, fnatic just whittling away the money round after round. They finally win a round. Always be visualizing that, you know, that you can, like, you see the opponent there in your mind's eye, like a ghost-like image.
You have an expectation.
Yeah, and that should be kind of how you're always playing. You should have the focus that always that's what's happening. That you're kind of seeing the players, even if they're not there yet. That primes your
2 versus 3. They're practically at the bomb site already, VP. I wondered if they felt compelled to go for it as they're facing game points.
He's Swedish. He tells me how smart he is and how good of a player he is.
He did. Goes to get it down quickly, but it doesn't matter. Ooh, that's a nice nade, but he will lose the duel. Now, are they going to see position quickly? Well, looks like maybe they will, because they've lost all presence around the B-bomb site. Oh my god, that's not easy to hit all those bullets in such a constrained and awkward angle. And it looks like it might be over here for VP. I don't know what they're going to be able to do. Snatchy with the scout, Mihu with the M4. Of course, both great players, but the positioning is so strong for fnatic.
Jump peaks, no respect style from fnatic. And they will be dealt with Virtus.Pro. 16-8 as we close out Overpass. You pick off fnatic side. They have nothing but Kevlar and USPs. So, what is their intentions once they see that they have been smoked out of a bomb site, save for PHR? As the only man in CT, does he fight to the death? Surely he realizes there must be intention. What? Was he jumping when he did that? Crims gets taken out, and it's been a slow push from fnatic, trying to plant the bomb, I think, with nobody taking CT. That was an unusual one. Snatchy's on the AWP early. He will be smoked off. There's a big gap in the window, but I did think that might happen. Some variants being experienced at the beginning of the round in mid, and it will continue on the A bomb site. Down to a 2 versus 2. Crims will collect the bomb, and they'll make their way in, it seems. Mihu creeping, looking towards Palace. Not sure if he saw anybody there just yet. Maybe a question mark on the radar. Molly, but they've gone past already, gets the 1 versus 1. Standing in the Molly is Golden as he moves forward into a potential double peek. He doesn't know where Snacks is. He's actually in T-spawn, making his way for the flank, but Golden may have a chance to plant the bomb here.
Yes, that's already a big win. They've got 3 kills in the damage. It's so unlikely that he checks T-spawn, but maybe with all this time pass and the repositioning to default, he's going to have coverage of this position, and here it comes in. And they may expect him at triple still. That gives him the drop on Snacks. That's a great flick shot. And Mihu is 1 bullet from death. Golden's not too far from it himself. And Mihu knows exactly where he is. And Golden's nailed it. That's fantastic. What a clutch. Yeah, I guess also, you know, if you want full nades, but you can't afford a rifle, a good one, you don't want to be stuck with it on the next round. Wow, okay, Veggie's just going to murder everyone. Fnatic not ready for that. It's going to require some interesting maneuvers to find a way back into this round. You can see Flusher needs to be activated here towards a ramp, perhaps a bit faster than he wanted to, but they've got to get a kill, they've got to get some space, and the real estate will be denied effectively by Snatchy. And Crims also can't do too much about it. Again, just not enough players. They lost too many in mids to Veggie.
Round number 7, and Mihu's made his way downstairs, but he will not be allowed back up the stairs. Going to the bedrooms or the kitchen. You can see 2 men on road for Fnatic sticking together in case there's a poke and a prod. Trade frags are open for business, although Snacks will still manage to take out Golden with no response. So he decided to avert the variance and just fall back instead. You can see the thought process in his mind as he did that, and it was pretty smart, pretty good to see. Now we've got big sound cues for Veggie, which will allow the rotation towards the A bomb site as the bomb's getting planted. Will there be a spray from Snatchy? He's exposed to Flusher in front of the Palace. And now it's a 3-on-3. PHR, though, has taken position with Flusher getting taken out by Snack. So this is fastly developing on the A bomb site.
The positioning for Fnatic is really good, though. You can see that smoke and connector will soon go away. And Brolan's spot, I don't know if they know where he's hit, is super strong because he can just bait now, or be the bait. JW comes out, beautiful connection. He had very little time to get that kill, but he does. And that changes everything. Veggie now with 2 spots to look at. JW faces for a moment, and Veggie knows exactly where Brolan is, but what can he do about it? He's starting to get sprayed through the boxes now as well, and no peek required from Brolan. JW will finish it off through that box. Very well played.
Seems like he's fit in like a glove. It's been a great experience for him, I'm sure. PHR's the one to get taken out in the window now. But again, just the cheap peeks. The window has just been a huge problem for Virtus.Pro. There's barely any point in smoking it for Fnatic. They're getting so many free kills from it. Wiping out VP in that connector position. But it's still a 2 versus 3. Snacks has been patient, and Brolan's given him an opportunity to take this one back.
Always seems like Flusher is causing problems. Mihu now the only one to stand. Oh no, oh no, oh no, no!
Oh no.
And at that moment, the game was lost.
So that looked really, really...
Yeah, getting back from your teammate from A is what you want to do.
Yeah. Yeah, because that can go deep for top mids.
Yeah, or if they don't have position to do it, then don't peek.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they're trying to force the peek and...
Getting punished.
Yeah. Well, we've got a very fast 4 versus 4. A minute 20 on the clock. Flusher moving away from the Palace position. And JW's got the off angle in the window, left of the boxes from his perspective. Veggie's seen the bomb, slowly backing away. Ah, that smoke from underpass you don't see too often. That's really pulling out some vintage plays. Ooh, the underpass smoke to move into a B play. That's right, very interesting. The molly in the window so they can't be peeked. However, Snacks is on default and He could get 2 if he's patient enough, but look at the position of Roland. Oh, he jumps, and that's going to be an issue. Can't frag if you're jumping. Snax has done a great job. Said he might get 2, he has done, and now he can just buy time for his team. He can just stand there. JW 1 versus 4, won't get much done, and there's a 4th round in here for Virtus.Pro.
Nice wall setup.
And there it is. That's the classic Snatchy stuff. He's very confident in these positions. As you say, he's been struggling to get going, but very well done by Brolan, applying that pressure. Not giving a clean shot to Snatchy. VHR, though, with a multiple scenarios of clean shots will give him a couple, evening up the numbers game in terms of this round. Fnatic will still get a plant, 2v2. They've been really good in these situations. So much dink, like so many dinks through the crates there, and Veggie with a nice double to finish things off. This work. Fnatic are a scary team, and they crushed Virtus.Pro on overpass. If you need a good start, you need that momentum. And they got Brolan trying to drill them with that USP and ticket, and now JW's lending hand as well. Oh my goodness, this is not looking good for VP right now. They need to get the bomb down, but they don't really have the cover to do it. And they're going to have to try to take aggressive fights to get that cover, and they are denied. They get swarmed.
That's not good.
Sax has a molly, but what is he going to use it for? Self-immolation. That's maybe the only thing that he could use it for, and that's the round for Fnatic.
We will...
I don't think I've seen that one before.
Oh, core of a grenade in his hand. What a perfect time for Brian to peek. And the bait, he runs away and then goes straight into Flusher, but Flusher, surely he should have got 2. Only gets 1. However, Mihu is alone. Some pre-fire from the ramp, buying time for rotation. I gotta say, regardless of only getting 1 kill there and so on, like, Fnatic are playing so sick. Just the 2-man setups, especially Brolan and anybody. There are so many little things which are working really, really well for Fnatic. They're really playing as a team, and it's fantastic to see Mihu will do some extra damage.
Really strong. I think I appreciate James' point about the synergy. It's so satisfying to see the synergy they have. Flick will be missed, but look at this. Out comes Flusher from the catwalk position. It's a bait and switch. Fnatic have control of middle effectively. They can still have JW confident enough to be just sitting here in the window. Of course, he's got that smoke to play with. Now it's gone though, but he's still here, waiting for the peak. And he looks to punish it. And Flusher will take down Snax in the meantime. And VP have middle, but look at the cost. They've lost 3 players in middle.
Bomb needs to be collected by one of the remaining 2. Unless they go for elimination. There's no flank, so that is possible, but Snatchy will go to collect, I presume. Veggie has waited for the smoke to go on ramp, and it's gone. He backs off a little bit, looking for a peek from the stairs at the moment. And they'll go to join each other, it seems. Or Snatchy will go and join Veggie. He was heading towards T-spawn for a brief time, but the focus will be on A. That's the agreement. We have angles being held. There's a flashbang. The information is known. The rotation is here. There's a crossfire for Fnatic already. Presence shown only from CT. That's a massive headshot from Flusher. But Veggie gets the one with the AK. That'll make the difference. Where can the bomb get planted? I suppose it can get planted for short. That's a disgusting peek with the Krieg. There's a trade frag up. Brolan with the spray. Got to keep the bullets in the hole, and he'll finish off the job. Virtus.Pro with the AKs and the Kriegs. Again, they have 2 flashbangs left at this point. That's a lot of damage, but no kills. And ultimately, you need kills. JW's low, but JW is still JW. Even if low, Flusher peeks window. A brazen play from him. JW hunting. Nerd smoke from Pro. Jungle smoke from the entrance to B apartments. And they will start to push into B, but they are being waited on by Crims. Criminally underrated might be what his name stands for.
What the hell was that?
Flurry of frags to take it to match point. That's what it was.
There's 4 of them alive, and then within like 500 milliseconds, everyone's dead.
It's a brave new world, and Fnatic are beating again.
I didn't realize. I thought they were going to lose the round.
EG have come up in NA, and now we've got Fnatic. They have risen from the ashes. The Lazarus Pit.
Apparently this gun that Flusha has is actually really underrated as well. I mean, for how much it cost. 400 bullets. I think it's worth.
All right, Flusher, what have you got? he's in the wrong place right now. Oh, he's got the M4 out. Oh, I see it was for if they went for a set piece on A, but enough about that. Golden here doing the damage already with the AK, gets traded out. Flusher with that M4, fresh off the spawn, will be eliminated as well. And it's not looking too bad here for VP, although in the Chaos, Crims will make his way up. This is an important 1v1. Oh, down to 1 HP. He was so close. If he picks up that kill, fnatic can start to overwhelm the bomb site, but now things are looking very difficult instead because Brolan and JW are locked in markets.
Oopsies.
Was that the intention?
I don't think so.
I think maybe it was supposed to be a right-left click to go into the corner. But, oh, that's a fast one from JW, and a team kill is absolutely worth it. What a way to finish off the job.